What's up, guys? This is another deck tech. The month is almost over. We only have a few more days till July ends. Um, and right now we are just stuck at the gutter rank 5. And I saw an interesting deck list online that I want to go through. And it's this Bloodbloom deck. I believe Stanivska. I don't even know how you say that guy's name, but I believe this is his deck list. And I didn't touch anything because I have no idea. You know. I don't really know all the inner workings of his choices or whatnot, so I left it as is. Um, and we're going to talk about it. I played a few games, and to me, the list looks so janky and so crazy. But then in actual play, the games were always very exciting and very challenging. And me in particular, I like the things that are not very OP. I like decks that really have a bunch of different lines of play and are very creative and like kind of break the mold of what's very popular. I guess you could call me a low tier hero. I like those kind of I like to play priest. I don't like to play pirate warrior. I don't like to play mid range paladin. I don't like to play token shaman. Um, I don't even like to play the better control decks. Like really, I don't enjoy playing like taunt warrior. I don't like to play those decks that are quote unquote good, right? Anyway, so we're gonna talk about this Bloodbloom deck from Stanivska. I guess that's how you say his name, Stanivka, whatever, right? So basically, I get, even though you can compare it to Handlock in a way, that's not a fair comparison because you're not really spending the first four turns life tapping, and really a big part of the draw comes from cards like Doom. So uh, with that said, this is the list. You see it on your screen right now. There are 3 main win conditions. They're Medivh, Jaraxxus, and Elite's packs. Okay, that's how you win the game. So primarily, in most matchups, I assume you're trying to get a Medivh out, right? Because you want to go Medivh into some kind of big board clear and gain the tempo from ATH, the weapon, right? So you cast a Twisting Nether, 8 mana removal, board wide removal, and then you end up with the 8 drop on the board, right? That's pretty strong. That is a good change of tempo, and it's typically, you know, only decks like Mage or Priest kind of take advantage of that. But here in this list, we can take advantage of it because of a card called Bloodbloom, right? So Bloodbloom is 2 mana, and instead of paying mana, you pay health of the next card, or like whatever the card is you're going to cast, the spell. So that means 2 mana to cast Doom, Twisting Nether, Siphon Soul, Hellfire, and that is a huge tempo. I remember, like, an important part of Hearthstone in general is that there's a reason why cards that have greater, stronger effects are more expensive, and that's simply because they don't want to allow you to do too many crazy things in one turn, and that's where Bloodbloom comes into play because you can do Bloodbloom, Doom, and that only costs you 2 mana, and if it's turn 10 or beyond, you still have 8 mana to rebuild a board, like swarm your board with a bunch of drops, or do a bunch of multiple things. And that's what the deck pretty much does. And I'll say this: out of 5 games, I went 4-1, and in every game, I was below 10 life. And the games were always very close. Like I lost 1 game, but then I won 4 other games, which there was a game where I was at 1 life. I wish I streamed it. Wasn't playing on my iPad, but where I was at 1 life and I had to wipe a board and hope that my opponent didn't draw some kind of charge to kill me, right? And then I beat him the following turn. So those are the typical things that can happen with this deck, and it's just fun to play. So we'll just go through the cards really quickly. 2 Mistress of Mixtures. This is one of the cards you always mulligan for because you want to establish some kind of early game. Mortal Coil. You can keep this in some matchups, but in other matchups you may not necessarily want this. 2 Voidwalker, another early game card. Bloodbloom, you always keep. This is a very integral part of the deck. Doomsayer, you should pretty much hard mulligan for this card. Like I would say in some control matchups, maybe you don't necessarily need to get them, but Doomsayer seems like a keep most of the time. Galaka Crawler, you keep against any class that runs a pirate. Earthen Farseer, you probably don't keep this. Shadowbolt, probably don't keep this. Tar Creeper, I would keep. Actually, Shadowbolt, I would keep versus Pirate Warrior. Kills Frothing and it kills the 3/4. Tar Creeper, you keep versus aggro. Violet Illusionist, you keep versus Priest because of the 4 attack. Hellfire, I don't know. This is a maybe you keep this if you have an early game stuff against aggro. Spellbreaker, you do not keep, but it's a very integral part of the deck. I'm just running through here. Elise, you don't keep, but it's strong. Siphon Soul, you. Siphon Soul, Twisting Nether, and Doom, you keep those if you have Bloodbloom. But if you don't, then you just let them go. Medivh, Twisting Nether, Jiraxxus, and Doom, right? That's the deck list. It's pretty cool. Let's go play some Hearthstone, right? So let's try to get 1 or 2 games in here. Maybe 3, depending on how things turn out. Now, I'm not out here to claim that this is the best deck ever. As you can see, I'm at 5 full stars, so that means I won my last game. And as you can see, I was on that deck, so I won it with that deck. But, you know, I'm not going to claim that this is like some meta-breaking deck that's going to change the way Hearthstone is played, because it's not. But it's fun. It is pretty fun. It's challenging. And yeah, you know, Warlock, I don't have 500 wins, so every ranked win with Warlock is, you know, that's good for me. So I enjoy trying different things and new things, and this is certainly one of them. So let's give it a go. Okay, what is going on here, man? First, don't do this to me right now, bro. Come on, Lord. There we go. Gosh, I was getting scared for a bit there. I need a new computer, guys. I'm getting some money so I can get a new computer, right? I'm just kidding. Alright, versus Mage. Frank the Fish. That's a cool name. Now, you see, in this particular situation, I wouldn't want to keep the Violet Illusionist since it just dies too easily to removal. And I would rather have him when I have Bloodbloom. Like, I would want him on turn 5 or later, because if it's turn 5, I can play Illusionist and Life Tap. Or I can play Illusionist and Bloodbloom, right? So I actually don't know what I think about the Mage matchup. I would assume that this is very difficult, because if it's something like Freeze Mage, they can just burn me out. That said, I'm not going to Life Tap here. I'm just going to build a board and try to attack, build some kind of presence, and hopefully push my opponent. Okay, so he threw out a Frostbolt. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play this, because I need a play. I could always Life Tap, but this seems stronger, because I've already seen a Frostbolt. So what are the chances that he has both Frostbolts in his hand? I don't find it to be very high. So, and if he does, then so be it.
The end is coming!
Now here I have some presence. And this is Freeze Mage. So I have presence. I want to keep that pressure on. So I'm gonna freeze this. Or I'm gonna use it on this. There aren't very many targets that Freeze Mage has for me to, you know, deal with his threats. So coin into Medivh's guy, right?
Excuse me, you
Yes. Yes. This is fine. The board is important. So, okay, so that's Ice Block. Play this first to check if it's Mirror Entity. It's not Mirror Entity, so we'll Life Tap. Not lose any life. And I will kill this off. It does 2 things for me. Number one, make sure he can't trade favorably to get rid of my thing.
Excuse me,
Ooh.
you are on
Yeah.
fire.
Oh, ouch. That kind of hurts. Get away with the life tap here.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
I'm not very fond of the play that I just made. I just didn't want to use a Hellfire for this board. This board does not seem strong enough for me to use a Hellfire on. Now I still have to fear Counterspell. That's still a card that these guys play. And I have no turn 8 play yet, so playing the Doomsayer is not exactly, you know, the greatest play right now. So I'll just put the taunt out. Because, you know, this matchup is not really worrying about damage on the board. Like, I just got to deal with Alexstrasza. I got to handle Alexstrasza when it comes out. And I got to get my life at something suitable so I don't die. Okay, so we're off to a place. Let's see if we can draw something cool. Okay, we got a Bloodbloom. That gives us some leeway to do crazy stuff. Now let's see if it's a counterspell. It is not a counterspell, so we know for a fact this is Ice Block. And Doomsayer, unless he deals with it now, gives us tempo for next turn. Now remember, Freeze Mage is all about damage. And as you can see, is for the most part, our opponent has really held on to a lot of his damaging cards. He's only cast one Firelance Portal and a Frostbolt, so he still has another Frostbolt, another Firelance Portal, double Fireball. There is damage there, all right? So he has access to shit, right? Okay, we're going to check to see if it is a mirror entity. It is not. And we're cool here. Now, you see, I'm not playing out the ERF, the Earth and Ring Farseer, because I know he's going to go for Alexstrasza. I know he's going to bring me a 15. So I need a pivotal amount of burst to heal back up to that. So I'm going to make 2 plays first. We'll check to see if it's Counterspell. Not Counterspell. Okay, so we guarantee one of those is Ice Barrier, one is Ice Block. So we got a lot of information here. Okay, oh, Vaporize, alright. Now we can heal. Now that's relevant. And see, this is where a combo like this doesn't really work out because, man, I don't... If I Bloodbloom for 10, I just hit myself with a Pyroblast, right? So... kind of the scary issue here. And you know, if you got that, what's that card that you got? Kabbalist Tome? Man, he got a lot of value off of a Kabbalist Tome off of Glyph. So this is tough because he might be able to find a lot of damage. So I have to find a lot of healing, which, man, I just don't have. I have another Mistress of Mixtures, but that may not be enough of the healing that I need. So... So what I'm hoping he can do is maybe he gets me to something like 10 or 8 or something. Some number that's pretty low. He throws some burn at me, right? Okay, boom, 10 points of damage, right? That drops me to 9. Now, he's trying to put me in a range where he can kill me off with some relevant number of burn. But now I'll just throw Jiraxis on here so that I heal for 6, right? So I've kind of negated the value of that Pyroblast in a way. And I forced my opponent to spend a big deal. Like, this might be a tough matchup for me to win anyway, because, you know, all he needs is a Fire Blast, or a Firelance Portal, and a Fireball, and, you know, whatever other else kind of bullshit this guy might have, right? So, this is a this is going to be tough. This will be challenging. And then the unfortunate thing is, I don't want to play. What's that card I'm talking about? I don't want to play Bloodbloom here because I need the life. So I kind of really need to. I don't know. I've already got my illusionist out there. So this is a struggle. The struggle is real. Yes, I like that. This is a nice turn for us. Let's put some stuff on the board. Oh, actually. Sorry, that was a mistake. I should not have put the stuff on the board. I should have gone with Medivh. Oh well, I misplayed. Oh, actually, I don't know. I still have the weapon, right? So.
A game? So kind of you to join me.
This is clunky.
This jungle hides many secrets. This might stay.
Has he thrown double fireball? See, I'm getting greedy here. 10 cards left in the deck. It's 10% of drawing the second fireball. Or relevant burn. Oh well, I guess we just wait to see. This is not the end of the world. And we've still got Medivh, but we're running out of cards, so I'm trying to get him down there. This is difficult, man. Like, okay, so here comes the burn. It's a lot of burn. So we'd likely have to trade something anyway, so we would take the 3 damage. And I don't like, I mean, I don't want that to happen, so. I already died a fireball, right, so. It's just kind of a shitty situation. Like, this matchup has got to be nigh unwinnable, because really, he's just got to throw everything at the face. So, there's nothing we can do about it. Like, eventually he's going to reach that number of burn, and he's going to kill us with it, so. Like, I would certainly fireball my Acolyte here, just try to find that remaining fireball and end the game.
Well played.
There's 6 cards left in the deck. Is there a way to make him die on this turn? Can I get him to draw 6 cards? No, I can't. So, I mean, I got a lot of cards in hand here.
The end is coming!
Oh. Oh gosh, that might make a difference. That might make a difference. Binding Hill might be the difference there. Yeah, this is a twisting nether. We're okay if we burn for it, so.
Again, so kind of you to join me.
Oh shit. Oh my god, what a misplay. Ah. So you see that one mistake, guys, lost me the game. One dumb mistake. I just needed this one turn. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I needed that one turn, guys. One turn. Fuck. I lost. So I'm dead no matter what that turn. So, oh gosh, what a mistake, guys. What a mistake. See, if I had gotten rid of the ice block that previous turn, I would have won this game. And this is what I'm saying. Like, a small lapse in judgment cost me the game. And to be fair, this matchup seems unwinnable. Like, the fact that we went as far as we did with that game, yeah, I'm feeling like we played, like, that shows some promise in the deck. If the deck can hold out that long, I think we did pretty okay. All things fair. I mean, we got some RNG on our side, like the Binding Heal, which really changed the complexion of the game, and then I just misplayed after that. But hey, there's something, and that was fun. That was different. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was kind of cool, right? So here we go, versus Priest. I think versus Priest, you can throw back Card Creeper. Doomsayer is nice. Violet Illusionist is nice. Violet Illusionist is nice if they don't build any kind of threatening drops early, right? So, like, this trades and kills Radiant Elemental, it kills Clerics. So that's nice. There's a nice value in here. But typically, this matchup versus Priest is won off the back of Lord Jaraxxus, right? You just, like, you want to play Jaraxxus on 9 on curve, even if you're at 30 life. You want to play that guy out, and then you want to hit the face with him. Just keep summoning some badass dudes. So that is our goal here. I don't want to toss up my Violet Illusionist just to die to something, so we won't. We're going to hold it back for a bit. I feel like we can slow play this matchup a bit. Thought Steal, that's a card you don't see a lot. So I feel like this is some kind of random looking Priest deck, I guess, right? So I'm going to slow play. Am I going to slow play? See, yeah, I'm going to slow play. Let's get more cards. Oh, lucked out. What a draw. What a draw. Ah. Now I misplayed there. I should have life tapped before dropping this just to see what I would have gotten. But it actually doesn't matter in this situation since I wouldn't have been able to kill it and play the Illusionist and a life tap, right? But nevertheless, life moves on.
This only works on the simple.
And we continue to build the board. Okay, so I was playing Dragon Priest. I can expect Dragon Fire Potion. Maybe a Sarah. I'll save this But now, like now, I have access to all these cards. Like Dragon Priest is crazy because of what it can do, like
The end is
with
coming!
its board, with the way the minions are statted, right? But I'm gonna be able to work against that. So what are the options here? I don't know if there's a.
I wonder. As you command. Almost out of time. As you command.
That's fine. Fuck it. If he finds another way to clear this board, that's fine. If he goes Dragonfire into trade, that's fine. Shadow Arcane, it's fine.
I knew it!
Twilight Drake. No? Heal? That's fine too. Let's build some kind of board. I want to hide my Medivh behind it. So usually you prioritize Medivh. Medivh is 8 mana, comes out a turn earlier. Let's get him out now. You know what I mean? Let's get some board presence with Medivh. Let's have him force him to use Shadow or Death or something, right? Let's go with win condition number 1. Medivh.
Okay. So kind of you to join me.
And because I got a fear weapon removal, I'm gonna be very, very generous with my spells here. I might just use Twisting Nether here. Yeah, I'm gonna use a Twisting Nether. Like, it's okay to go with Doom, because the nice thing about Doom is, okay, I draw more cards, I can find my win conditions, but I have my win condition. This is my win condition right here. So instead, let's just make value. Let's get value out of our ATS. Let's get 3 charges used. And let's see what we can do. Right? So that's nice. I cleared the board, got rid of that bullshit demon or bullshit fucking Elise on the board, and I built a 6/10. Alright, that is awesomeness. There, that's damage. That's relevant. That's a relevant play. So I think we can do better. Oh gosh, Tyrantus? That's what's he gonna do? How's he gonna kill this? Oh god. I guess I talked too soon. Alright. Okay, he's gonna find the thing. That's cool. That's fine. Now this is a turn where the board state is not intimidating for me, so I'll just build. I'll play Elise and I'll play a Galaka, and by playing that, I think I will force a Dragonfire Potion, and I'll also force him to develop something. So we'll do that instead. We're getting low on cards, but let's go ahead and draw some. Let's see if we can find that Ungoro pack soon. No, not yet. This is fine. So I don't want to overcommit too many creatures because I know he's going to want to play the potion, right? So let's see it. And I also don't want to give up too many of my removal cards, my crazy removal cards, until he has shown me a reason that I should. Now here's a good situation where I will. Okay, so we have 9 cards in hand. Okay, let's stick with 9. Let's build our threat. Now we've used all of our charges of this. There are no more Shadow Word Deaths. Right? What is he searching for? Mind control? This is fine. Force that second Dragonfire, man. Let's see. Mind control, this is fine. It's fine. Now this is a situation where the board kind of needs to be cleared. So
Look behind you.
we're gonna find that pack. So now we're running out of answers. We gotta win off Jiraxis. Depending on where he attacks, I'm likely will play Jiraxis next turn. Depending. Like, we've used up much of the deck. We used up 10 more cards than our opponent. This is significant.
Your magic shall
That
not
has to, this play has to happen, right?
This might sting.
The end is coming!
Okay, right here we're just gonna force the issue with Bookworm. So you see here, like we went with Medivh as the win condition. It might have just generally been better to just use Jiraxis as the win condition, because 6/6 giants that he can't deal with probably would have done more work for us. Okay, no play, which is good for us. We got a pack. It's the last card. Oh, this is nice. And you see, we paid some health to cast some spells, but it turned out okay because we were gonna put ourselves at 15 anyway. So there's a lot of interesting synergies with the class in general. So I like that. All right, this is our last card, so we're gonna taking fatigue every turn. So let's find some shit. Keep us in the game. What can do crazy shit for us here? Adapt? Okay, let's adapt. We'll take Wind Fury. It's the strongest. Okay, and then I'm not going to play the thing because I'm afraid of Potion of Madness. I don't want him to steal that and get a win off of it. And the other way, we win right off the bat. If we can find... So we got 9 damage in hand. So if we can find 9 damage on board, we're going to win. Okay, so... Oh, lucky, lucky guy. And this is dangerous. This is a lot of damage. Oh God, I can't believe that. Okay.
The greatest rush is pain.
And we got a Pyroblast? Oh my goodness. How much should we take next turn? 3? So please tell me you don't have 7 damage in hand. Significant. Holy shit. I didn't see that happening, man. Fucking Deathwing, dude. Who fucking plays Deathwing? Oh, tough. One more game, guys. We need one more game. That was close. I feel like maybe we lost that game because we didn't play Jiraxis early enough and we went with Medivh. Maybe the better play. Well, I don't know, man. Medivh gave us some powerful turns. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. That was a pretty tough lot. I mean, because he did get a Doom off of Thought Steal. He got a Mortal Coil that was very timely. Like, this guy really got some solid draws, right? And I was feeling pretty confident about that game. I thought we had a good lead for a while. Okay, so we're going to throw back these because we don't have Bloodbloom. I don't want to hold on to a hand that's too slow. But we will likely be able to play Doomsayer on turn 2 and be okay with it, as opposed to playing a turn 1 Doomsayer. Doomsayer is this kind of card you wanted to see early in the game when you want to just lay out so that it just buys you time. That was tough, man. Okay, so the Murloc. See, like, what? I don't think coining out a Doomsayer there is strong at all. Okay, so this tells me the hand is relatively slow. And right now, there's nothing he can do on turn 3 to gain this board back. Even if he drops War Leader, this is only 6 damage. So, I'm pretty safe here. I know I'm going to get the tempo on turn 3. In which case, I'll play my Tar Creeper on curve, and I'll still be able to retain. Yeah, that's fine. So, there you go. Attack the face. Your board has not developed. Mine has. Now I got a creature. And now I can do I can do a bunch of crazy things. The next couple turns, it's just a matter of what do I want to do? Do I want to coin out that Elise? Do I want to do something different? Sure. I'm okay coining this out because I know he's gonna. I know, like, hey, you can trade this into here. You can use the weapon and this to kill the Elise. But the one thing that's gonna happen for sure is you're gonna continue to develop the board, and you won't attack my face. You're gonna try to get rid of the bigger quality minions on the board. So that's gonna buy me time for you to overcommit, and then I can play Bloodbloom into Doom. Right. So that is what I'm looking for here. Like even a Kings, man. If you Kings this. He's even worse off Kingsing it, to be honest. So yeah, it's fine. Like I still like now I don't even have to commit the Bloodbloom yet. So I can still do stuff like this and feel okay. Feel okay doing this. Because I know there's gonna come a point where he's gonna flood and I'll be willing to pay 10 life to wipe everything out and draw me a full hand and hopefully find the answers I need. So that's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. This is okay. This is all getting pretty scary now. Like all these cards, okay, like you got my attention now, right? Develop the board. Now we're talking.
Side effects? No. Trust me. Side effects? No. Trust me.
I like what just happened, man. That was big, man. We drew a shitload of cards.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Okay, he's getting dragons off that. That's cool.
Your magic shall not save.
That's only 7 damage, right? Let's do that. Let's be safe. Let's be safe. Let's gain some life. Like we got some. Like there are some cards that we can fucking play with here. He's scared right now. He's thinking about flooding. I feel. I don't know. I feel like he's thinking about flooding. Right there. He cares about the board. He cares about the board somewhat. No other cards. Oh gosh. Unbeknownst to him. Oh, okay, no. There it is. There it is. I messed up. Should have played the egg. It's okay. Get the egg out now. Look at our hand compared to our opponents. Like that's the power of Doom, and we're not even at a point in the game where we're allowed to make a power play like that. So that's huge. That's a huge play. The pack is also huge. Look at what we got. Corrupting Mint, like it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate for opponent that like the synergy from our pack is pretty nice, man. Like talk about a turn 10 play. Corrupting Mist into Drake. Like man, it's an evil play. Did he quit? He may have quit. He may have just been like, dude, fuck this guy's hand, man. And he played Pirates, so we know that he has Pirates. We got stuff that we can eat. Awesome. That was awesome. Finally won a game with the deck. That's that helps. Like, is it worth to go into Jiraxis here? I'm not. Because there's still so much of the deck that we haven't seen yet. But you know what? It's an interesting amount of pressure, so let's do it. All right, cool. Awesome. We won a game. Like I said, it was kind of tough. We lost the first two, and they were long games, but then we won one, and that was pretty nice. I hope you can see that there is some real value in this deck, and it's pretty fun. The turns are difficult, but I hope you try it out and see what kind of success you can have.